Hello, and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the Backlash 2009 Retro Review. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Backlash 2009 took place on April 26, 2009 from the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Attendance, very low, 8,357.
Yeah.
Commentators, JR, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler. If I forgot somebody. JR, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler.
Jim Ross.
JR, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler. JR is Jim Ross.
Cool. No, you didn't forget anybody.
Yeah, it is. SmackDown. Are they all the SmackDown commentator?
No, that was it.
No.
Yeah.
ECW's commentators, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, ECW's commentators, yeah.
I think it was Josh Atkins and Matt Striker.
Yeah.
Wait, was it 3-man booth one night?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Watch it otherwise.
I don't know what show you watch now.
The main events on the show are Edge and Cena and Legacy of Sand match and Legacy of Triple H Shane Batista for the overall title, which is one of those whoever gets the pin gets the title deals. I remember Roy Lucky show then, so hopefully it's still good. The open videos is about WrestleMania and how there's just a replay of the main matches from there. It worked in 2008 when I had to review that, so hopefully that's good too. It was mainly the two title matches and the hardest match featured. ECW title, Jack Swagger vs. Christian. Christian recently returns against title match here to win some kind of competition to get a title shot on ECW. Swagger takes it down early start. Christian comes back with a right hand and he's jumping back elbow for two. Swagger's like, screw that, picks Christian up, motion to 4. Back inside, Swagger rides on the mat. Then I gets shifted to bear hug. Christian's in trouble. Christian breaks up with some forearms. Swagger's behind him in a gut buster for 2. Back to the body vice on the mat, which plays into Swagger being an All-American wrestler. Christian escapes, hits the pendulum kick in the corner. Swagger drills him again. Swagger Vader bomb hits the knees, but Christian's tornado DDT's counter as well. Sunset flip gets very close to for Christian. Gut wrench power on is countered, but Christian's ribs were then really banged up. Swagger puts him on the middle rope, and this time the tornado DDT connects, gets 2. Jack is a belly to belly to put Christian down again, and the head to the floor. Swagger blasts him on the right hand. Tries to German with the apron, but Christian holds the rope. Back inside, Christian goes up top, but his back drop down. A top rope Vader bomb. Goes 2 by Oklahoma Stampede's counter roll for 2. The second attempt at the Stampede gets 2. So they both take off buckle pads. Swagger goes into one first, and Unprayer gets the pin and then title.
Yeah, I really liked this match. I thought it was a very good opener, and the crowd responded likely. I thought Swagger and Christian did the dynamic of the power guy versus the quick and agile guy very well. So all in all, I thought it was a very, very entertaining match.
Yeah, this is the right kind of match for opener, where Christian had to fight from behind until he calls Swagger using his own tricks. Christian will go and dominate ECW for the next 10 months or so until it was replaced by NXT, while Swagger will move over to the main shows and become world champion in a questionable move. Christian celebrates in the back, but stops at go told to Edge. Edge says this something Christian thinks he's better than he is now because Edge doesn't have a title. Christian wants to know what changed Edge. Edge says he's seen it, that's why he's not fun anymore. Christian versus Ricky
by the way, your grade.
A B.
B as well. I'm sorry, B+. I gave it.
Jericho versus Steamboat. Story here is Jericho went on an anti-legend kick in the past few months until he beat 3 of them. Piper stuck in Steamboat this Mania. The thing is, Steamboat, who might wrestle one match in 15 years, stole the show. And looked like he could still go out there and wrestle for 45 minutes and beat half the guys on the roster. He was 56, 57 at this point. So he won one last match, one with Jericho. Steamboat takes him down the mat. Jericho gets to the ropes to escape. Ricky goes to the floor, makes Jericho miss him a few times. Before he had to dive over the top and out to Jericho back in. There's arm drag into the arm bar. The fans tell Steamboat that he still has it. Jericho gets up and walks right back into arm drag arm bar again. They slug out Steamboat's knocked over the top, but he skins a cat because he's that awesome. Jericho clotheslines him to the floor, springboard drop gets him right back down. Ultimate chinlock, Steamboat fights out his another arm drag. Back to the chinlock as Jericho talks trash. That's one of his always like about Jericho. He keeps things from getting completely dull during a usually dull part of the match, like the chinlock.
Yeah.
Back up, Steamboat shoves off the Bulldog, and Jericho gets caught on the ropes. Steamboat gets all the way to the back for a belly to back suplex, but the delayed cover gets 2. Some chops get another 2, does a power slam. Jericho comes out and runs Zaguri for 2, and the Bulldog put Steamboat down. Lion Soul's breaking up Jericho versus the reversal on the Wolves. Steamboat slips out from one of them, and he had a little hard time. I never remember how to pull in the figure 4 though. Steamboat. That's where he got kind of sad. Jericho slaps on the Wolves. No, actually, no. He escapes Jericho ropes, allowed top across by to get 2. Brady goes up again, dives into the code breaker for 2. We get the Wrestling 3 ending with the small package out of the slam for 2. But Jericho slaps on the Wolves and cranks hard for a tap, and that's one of the only times, if not the only time, I can't remember Steamboat submitting.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a very good match. Steamboat at 56 could definitely go. And Jericho was almost in his prime. If you could nail down his prime, that'd be a good description for it.
Probably about 1996 to 2019.
Okay. Well, anyway, fantastic match, entertaining stuff. And I love the story of Jericho and Steamboat. So
you basically nailed down his prime.
Just about his whole career. Yes, I got it.
Well, maybe not 96. He was kind of young then, so maybe like 97, 98 once he really started developing the heel percent.
There you go.
You know, so yeah, it's a really hard one. Great on one hand. Steamboat obviously tries as hard as he could. At the end, they know he's near 60. I have wrestled 2 matches almost 15 years. Now, don't get me wrong, he looked great out there. At one point, though, he did start to look a little old in this match with the figure 4 towards the end. But that's sad to see when you know what he's capable of. Both is considered those are very good performers. I think it's very good that this was the last time too, because it could have gotten bad if he kept going.
Yeah.
The match was very good though. Maybe didn't blow me away like his main performance did, because that was more short, but still a very good match.
I gave it a B.
B. Steamboat gets the animation post-match, which she does deserve. Santino runs into Beth in the back, talks to Santina on the phone, who says she's coming. And yes, I did forget about this, believe it or not, until I watched this.
Yeah. Same here.
Though the Santina debut was one of the best WrestleMania woman matches in history.
No, it wasn't.
Santina woman, he's Santina, and says Beth is the delusional one, and Beth breaks up with him. Kane versus CM Punk, Punk won money back, and Kane is a happy dog. That's the swear. Punk, Star holding Wolves up kicks. The Star has to stick and move against the monster. Kane charges into the boot, gets caught in the arm over the ropes. Punk drop kicks into the floor, but his dive is caught in chokeslam position. He fights up to the apron and hits the clothesline down to Kane to take over again. Kane sends Punk rip first in the post and baseball slides into them, giving him his first advantage. Ultimate body scissors occur. This match was a little boring because there wasn't like no story to it. Honestly, the reviews of them that I give are boring too because there's nothing other than play-by-play here.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't like doing that because there's no story to it at all. Punk goes out, charging the clothesline. Punk gets a backbreaker, sending back, which is just kind of boring stuff I was talking about. The wrestlers side was the same stuff we've seen a million times, and there's no reason to care about because of lack of story. Choke slams counter to DDT on the arm. Punk follows up with a kick to the leg. Well, of course he does. Kane's a big man. Punk hooks a kind of crucifix hold on the arm in the corner. But the knee in the corner is countered by a kick to the face. Kane goes up for a clothesline. Punk is a run Zaguri. Then GTS to counter, but there's the bulldog knee. Punk tries to spring one clothesline by jumps to the uppercut. King is caught in Fujiwara armbar, but he comes out with a side slam. Punk fires all the strikes, but walks into a 2-arm choke slam, it looked like, for the pin.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a spine buster with a choke slam grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match wasn't really anything to write home about. It was fine for what it was, but what it was pretty much nothing. So.
Yeah, no one's here. Both guys are totally going for the motions. Match wasn't bad or anything, but there was nothing interesting to it all. This was there for about 15 minutes. Total pay-per-view time, which is fine. But this is stuff you couldn't see weekly on SmackDown to point. I was expecting a bit more too, considering the two guys that were in it. We recapped Battle of the Hardys.
C-.
C-. And that was barely. Because of the two guys in it.
Yeah.
We reached out to Battle Horrors. Matt went crazy on Jeff and to lose an ECW title, and was revealed to be the guy that was causing all kinds of problems with Jeff, ultimately in the world title. They had a match at Mania where Matt went insane, got the pin. Then Matt won a stretch match on SmackDown since I quit match. The problem at the end of the day for some fans was that people didn't really want to see the two fight. So, and this got a music video.
It's one of the few instances where Vince is right. But brothers don't fight.
No, I do love watching Brown with him.
Yeah.
I quit. That's who Vince is referring to.
Yeah.
I quit rules. Jeff goes off on in the corners to start. His a C dropkick sent Matt to the floor. Jeff hits a dive. The referee says they want to quit. No point a minute to match short. Well, Ron start. Jeff hits a poetry motion off the steps. Back in, Jeff hits a slingshot drop in the corner. Mill rope leg drop hits Matt. And it's also a chin lock. One thing for me, I quit matches, the lack of covers. It's always a bit hard to get into product list. Matt ran into the buckle, broke the hole, but came too much to follow up. Jeff goes up and just shoved it for an great crash. Matt wraps Jeff's leg around a post, and we get the first ace with the mic. Jeff says no both times. So Matt bends knee around the post. Matt puts on for the four, and Jeff still quit. Jerry thinks Matt is going to the knee. You can't buy that kind of analysis, people.
Yeah.
Jeff escapes like he's still right back in again. That doesn't work, so Matt hooks a C-hand crab, but Jeff still won't quit. Matt puts him in the trio well and bends Jeff's head back, but Jeff won't quit. Instead of holding them there longer in a couple of years, Matt will just rant and probably post a YouTube video now. In about a year, Matt goes crazy.
Yeah.
He puts Jeff on top, but his belly back suplex counter. First of all, Jeff hooks a standing Texas cloverleaf. And Matt taps for once they quits. Somebody botched a Twisted Fate. So the second step working with Barrett. Matt still quits, and Jeff gets a table. Matt rolls to the floor. Jeff follows with the twist of fate to take him down again. Back in the ring now, Jeff puts him on the table. Before he does anything though, Jeff grabs some tape from under the ring and ties Matt's hands and feet together to the table. And then he got a rope and tied Matt to the table too. Matt still won't quit, so Jeff gets a ladder. Jeff climbs said ladder, but Matt begs for mercy. He says Mom and Dad won't like it and that he loves Jeff. Matt quits to prevent Jeff from jumping.
I actually didn't like this one as much as I remember it. To me, you have the Hardy Boys. They do extreme stuff. They hit each other with things. They jump off stuff a little bit more than just the ending. So to me, it's not necessarily what a Hardy Boys I Quit match should be in my eyes. I think there should be a little bit more extremeness to it. This one was more like they're just fighting.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wasn't too bad for what it was. But I didn't enjoy what it was.
It was a fun match, but for me, the ending hurts it too, as well with the issues Pat said. With all the stuff that has been for years, he quits to avoid a leg drop through the table. The match is just okay up to the point, but at the end of the day, like I said earlier, before the match, I don't think people were really interested in seeing the two fight. This ended the feud, which is probably best by involved. Jeff went on to feud with Edge, and Matt went to the U.S. title picture, I believe, on Raw.
I gave it a C.
Jeff jumps on him anyway. Order tells about Batista and how he wants the title. He tries to manipulate David to believe in Triple H is using him. Here's Great Khali because he wants to kiss Santina. This isn't going well at all. Okay, so let me break it down for you youngins past 09.
Let's drop some knowledge onto you.
So there's a Battle Royal Mania that year for a title of Miss WrestleMania. They're watching on the network. Or the show. Santina wore a dress as that he was his own twin sister and won the Battle Royal. Beth said it was Santina in drag, but he won't admit it. Khali fell for Santina and wants to kiss her, so Santina is in a tight spot. This was one of the dumbest stories that anybody could remember in a really long time, so of course it went on for months. Until Donald Trump, then owner of Raw for 1 week, fired Santina.
It may be the greatest thing he's ever done for this country.
Second will be becoming president. Sorry. controversial.
That probably was a little too controversial.
Oh, just fuck yourselves. But, by the way, that was just a recap. Now here's the segment. Internet Runjan saying, Dave Kapoor, if you hate roll, blame him. Says Khali wants Santina. Here she comes out to Billy and Chuck's old music. For you youngins, I'm not explaining Billy and Chuck to you. Go look up 2002 SmackDown.
Google it, bitches.
The kiss pack, calm down. Santina says she can't kiss Khali because she's not who she says she is. She isn't single because she's in love with another man. That man is JR. Give me a break. From what I can tell, this is an on-point shot, JR. JR gets annoyed when Santina says he calls her his little slobber knocker. What the fuck am I reading? Khali apologizes but wants to see proof of their love in the form of a kiss. Santina says she's about to faint, and here's Beth to complain about how stupid this is. She challenges Santina for the crown right now.
Somehow she's not the baby face.
Khali complains on what's going here, so Beth explains the whole cross-dressing thing to him. She says, hold the woman in Punjab wants you ugly. Either that or Khali's a big idiot. He chops her, and then bell rings, giving Santina a win in 3 seconds. It's one of the dumbest angles I've ever seen. I almost had completely forgotten it. Khali versus Santina's topical. For no apparent reason.
Because, man boobs, I guess.
You know, if she did, like, shave a little bit, she wasn't a bad looking woman.
Well, now I know what you're into.
I did like the hair. She was pretty.
Yeah.
Wait, it gets worse if we get Extreme Rules or not. I believe it's a Hawkeye match with Santina and Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
We recap Legacy versus Batista Triple H Shane. Orton is basically declared war on McMahon, having punted Vince and attack Kiss Stephanie. Shane is the only one left, and Batista's been brought in to help with Triple H to counteract Legacy. Orton injured Batista, and this is his return feud. Robert Fellow's we're in Legacy. This is Batista Triple H Shane. Man, I don't know why I separate Randy Orton from Legacy. Only Orton can win a title, not Cody and Ted, and it can be by submission, count or DQ. Triple H and Shane would come in, like I said before, if you didn't know who Cody and Ted were. They are really out of the loop with Cody Rhodes. Legacy's Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, in case you're a real youngin.
Yeah. Google it, bitches.
You might have heard Cody's name flow up once or twice the last couple of years.
Yeah. Maybe not too many times, though.
Triple H goes into Orton, and they head to the other 4 times staring at each other. Out is looking for the belt. Orton has run off somewhere, Triple H comes out clear ring, the belt finally rings, and there's no Orton. Batista starts with Rhodes, destroys the corner with the shoulder blocks. He shouts at DiBiase's next, and his ult Shane drops a middle rope elbow. Shane works on the arm and his ult to the champ. Triple H fires on right hands and cross chop, and my reward you would like to think was it. DiBiase comes in, close on 2. Shane comes in to play Brent and a heart attack for 2. And second, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Big Dave comes in again, as does Cody. Legacy had no offense at all so far. There's a delay vertical suplex to Rose, but Cody breaks the eyes, brings in Ted. Legacy gets in some base offense and corners of the double team, but Batista strikes out, hits the spine buster from DiBiase, but Ted deals the forward before the bomb can hit. We're 5 minutes into this, and we're not going to see for any actual match. DiBiase and Batista go up the aisle a bit, but it's more Ted running than anything else. They head back to the ring, and here's Orton jump Big Dave, send him in the post. He gets the tag, which was a scene, and goes all home Batista. The fans don't do the match down because probably didn't know what was going to happen without Randy there. Batista gets beaten down the corners, tags in Cody. Legacy and Orton work over Batista on the floor. Orton has a elevated DDT for 2. Back to DiBiase, who hooks a $1 million chin lock. Big Dave comes out and belly to back suplex, still can't make a tag. This looked like it was going to be a little match, given how early Batista was getting beaten down on more people on that team. Randy comes out again, face slow down again. Even JR's thinking he was going too slowly. All said, no, chin lock was just pretty quickly broken. Batista comes out of that though, and has a. Batista comes out of nowhere with a freaking fly headball of all things. Hot Tag brings in Shane, who cleans house. Neck breaker to Rose. They head to the floor. Shane pulls on the top of the table. Cody has that again. The top of elbow goes so DiBiase gets saved. Orton says Shane to the steps, and we get into the heel control segment number 2. Shane gets worked over. Oh wait, no, Randy's legal now and brings Ted back in for the fear of being interesting. Shane gets worked over the floor a bit. As back to Cody, Legacy keeps tagging quickly back to Orton, pulls Shane back in the real corner. He drop kicks Shane's down. DiBiase comes in for some elbow drops. And it's amazing that this is the peak of Ted's career to this point, especially when it was him who everyone thought was going to be starred, like to see off him and Cody, not Cody.
Yeah.
Cody hooked up for face lock, which was about 4 minutes, before Shane suplexes him out of it. Back to DiBiase keeps Shane in the ring even longer. There's no dollar dream, but Shane escapes. There's a double tie to Orton and Triple H with a game pound on the corner. Legacy gets started on 4, there's a spinebuster Orton for 2. Everyone breaks down. Cody blesses Shane with a chair, Batista gets hit in the throat with a chair 2, and the pedigree and RKO both countered. Triple H tried to take the chair away from Batista and avoided DQ, but he walks into the RKO for 2. The bell rings, but it had to be waved off. And then the Punk gives Orton the title.
Surprisingly, I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a domineering clusterfuck kind of match. It was a clusterfuck, but it was actually a little bit more entertaining than I remember it being.
Yeah.
And definitely an improvement over what Triple H and Orton did at Mania a month prior. Pretty good match and actually somewhat fun.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess. Right after that mess was the main event Mania. It was definitely the right idea to bring in 4 other people. Orton will feud Batista for a while until Big Dave got hurt again. Before feuding with Cena at the end of the year, Triple H will feud with Orton and Legacy for a while before hooking up with Shawn again for another DX reunion.
Yeah.
Triple H can say on a structure. We recap Edge vs. Cena.
B. That's our grade. B.
We recap Cena, which is a rematch from the Triple Threat 3 weeks ago. WrestleMania Money Space Show. That's the match with the AA both in the mind-blowing spot of that match for people. Cena took the title from Edge and ties Edge's rematch and Last Week's match. Theme of the video is that Edge has had Cena's number of years and is really well made. SmackDown World Title Edge vs. John Cena. The branded titles is pretty much a guess at this point. As they were moving around a lot at this time. The draft didn't go into effect until the next night. Yeah. Cena's defending, and this is like I said in case you forgot what you heard about 20 seconds ago. Cena took a concerto and roll, so he's a bit messed up in the cranium. This is Bill's the last match between the two, I'm sure.
Believe it or not, I think it's only like one other match after this between the two.
This is the last match between the two, I'm sure. You know how the Shield reunite for the last time at Fastlane? I'm sure. You know how Cena and Rock was also in Lifetime? I'm sure. But you said there was one other match between the two, so it's not the last time. It's the last big match between the two.
I don't think
they ever have. In full fairness, they don't have another big pay-per-view match.
I'm gonna say in this the summer of 2010, they had a one-on-one match on Raw.
Right, but they don't have no more pay-per-view matches against one-on-one. No, to be fair. Edge avoids the Bulldog start standoff. Challenger Bray-Lewis to the floor, but misses spear back in. Edge takes over by pounding him in the corner for walking into a release fisherman suplex. Edge and Matt puts Cena down as we focus on the back of Cena's head. Edge wants to slow down, puts Cena down on another shot to the head. A flapjack puts Cena down again, and we get a logical sleeper. Edge puts him down, finally goes. Cena's breaking up at 7. Not breaking up, he's a back up. Cena comes back with shoulder blocks, and Edge breaks up the shuffle. There was a sharpshooter roll thing, so Cena gets up again. Edge Johnson with the apron into the tables, we get to the more wild part of the match. That shot only just another 7, so Edge loads up the steps. The Spirit of Edge tries to hit the steps though, as Cena gets a breather. At 6 though, Edge comes back, sends into the steps again, putting the champ down. Now Edge goes into the steps again, as this was feeling like it was all a loop. After another 8 count, Cena picks up the steps, puts them in the ring, albeit with some difficulty, because Cena can't pick up steel steps.
We don't know how.
Edge gets another shot to the head, as Cena's down again. The Canadian crushes Cena in the corner with the steps and dropkicks them into his body, but both guys got as a result. Back up, Cena launches Edge to the floor. We were about 12 minutes into it and was moving like a little slower than I remember it being. And then it picks up. Right about here. Was Cena pick up the steps at front of the motor, top rope, and around to Edge's head.
Yeah.
Edge is up at 8, and Cena's getting fired up back in the ring, and then they still got some more with a double punch, pulling those guys down. Back up at 3 AAs and Execution and Edge and Mac are all broken up. For Edge just a belly-to-belly back suplex to take over. He brags too much, so Edge gets called SCF. He taps by Dan Maurer. As Edge manages to hold, Cena lets go early. I wonder if he did that with Mickey allegedly. Around the time it was Mickey.
Yeah.
Not Nikki.
That's the thing, it was the year before.
I wonder if he lets go though, allegedly, early.
Yeah. He probably does.
And Edge is up at 8. The AAs broke up, and Edge throws him down. Edge goes to the top. Cena finally hits the AA off the ropes, but doesn't finish things either. Cena goes up, but dodges down Spear. Now this was getting way better. Spear only gets 9. Edge is stunned. Both guys are barely able to stand at this point. And as soon as I say that, Cena collapses, folds to the floor. Edge won't let the referee count, tries to execute on the table, but Cena counters and hits the AA into the crowd. That won't really do a ton of damage in theory, but the landing would. That's the fans supposed to call Edge. Yeah.
Well, the indie workers that were sitting behind the table all wearing John Cena shirts.
Ironically. Especially this time.
Yeah.
It gets to 9, Edge is up, although he's legal on the barricade, Cena's stunned. Edge is like, screw this, runs over into the crowd with Cena chasing up the stairs. They head into the concourse, Cena catches him, only to have her back in the ring, and they go back down some different stairs. Cena bulldogs him into the equipment area. Edge pops up and hits Cena with something metal as they go to the stage. Execution, then VRT for you youngins. It's on the steel. Pulls Cena down for 9. Edge goes in the back and comes back with a cheer. He gets Cena come cheer on the stage for 8. Edge's Spear is calling the AA, and here was Big Show chokeslam Cena through an exploding spotlight, giving Edge the title.
Yeah, this was my favorite match of the night. I thought this match was great. It did start off slow until about 10 minutes in, where Cena did throw the steps that Edge's head.
Yeah.
After that, I thought this match picked up a great deal. And,
yeah.
I think we got a very good conclusion to Cena and Edge.
Yeah, I remember watching this live, wondering how they could possibly do to end this at that point, at the end. And then Big Show came out to blow stuff up. They had to do something like that, given all the stuff they had done so far, and Explosion filled that role pretty well. The first 10 minutes are just okay, but after that, kicks into a gear and a hurry. Great match here.
Yeah. A.
Cena sitting out on a stretcher. As Edge watched her stage, people were begging for Punk to catch in here. But that won't be for like 2 more months. Overall?
Overall, I'm giving the show a B. Besides that Santina Morella, Beth Phoenix golly thing, it was so bad I had to sneeze.
It's not as bad as when you read it out loud.
Anyway, it was so bad when I said the names all together, I had to sneeze. But other than that, I actually thought the show delivered pretty strongly. We got a slew of good matches, and we have a very, very good main event to cap it off. So, relatively strong show in my book. Yeah,
same here with a B. Not a good show here with a strong main event. These wrestling repeat shows are usually good, despite having the same matches for a long time. This one, I reviewed that late too in a Punishment months ago, or a year ago or so. This one wasn't quite as good as the previous show, but it was still a good entry for Backlash. Mostly satisfying matches. Other than a few questionable ones here and there. I would have said team stuff was freaking stupid. Other than that, good stuff though. Now, different pay-per-view.
Here we go.
I was giving you this pay-per-view last month.
Oh,
this is one of the 2 pay-per-views I was giving you last month.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre, 1999.
If I didn't get the Elimination Chamber, if I won Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, I was giving him. This is 1 and 2 I was thinking. I was originally going to Pat No Way Out 2004. This was the second one I was thinking, okay, but now we get to do it, so I'm actually kind of excited. Wait, what's wrong with the show?
Vince Russo attitude there.
1999 too. The most black these sides over here.
Yeah.
Oh, the mole. Seriously. Wait, look how it's the same Valentine's Day Massacre 1999. Like there's been plenty of them.
Yeah, there's only been one. In wrestling history, anyway.
Yeah. Like there's been. Oh, I said it was In Your House 27.
I think it's actually the last In Your House.
I believe you're right. Oh my god, what a great rating on Cage Match.
I actually thought it would be worse.
Yeah, no, not bad. For my expectations, not bad.
Yeah.
5.67. Goldust versus Blue Dust.
Kill me now.
What's wrong with Goldust?
Goldust around this time period wasn't necessarily a great worker. And then you add in the Blue Meanie.
That's what it is. Hardcore title match, which is vacant. Bob Holly versus Al Snow.
They spelled vacant wrong.
Okay. Nah, C. Wait, is that the one where there's a fence with the pin? Where they wrestle outside of Memphis?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Actually, I don't remember that being...
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't remember this being a big hardcore match. I remember correctly.
Yeah, I know. I think it's one of the more enjoyable ones that you would remember.
The Big Bullshit versus me.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
That's our Undertaker, you know, Big Bullshit build-up. Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart versus D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. That could be.
Okay.
Intercontinental title, Session Free Billy Gunn, Val Venus versus Ken Shamrock.
That can be okay.
Tag team match, China and Kane versus D-Generation X, Triple H and X-Pac. If I remember correctly, one of the stronger matches on the show.
Yeah.
I know for a fact this is my favorite match on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say standard match, Mankind versus The Rock. I know for a fact that that was my favorite match on the show.
Yeah.
Clearly on Cage Match, so it's the only recommended match. And also just WrestleMania spot on the line, still Cage Match. Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon. Storyline-wise, it makes sense, the match.
I think it's more entertaining than it is good.
This show might pass. Just if the last three matches are strong enough.
Yeah.
Well, Mankind Rock, I know is really good. If I remember. The last same match. If this is strong enough, this might just barely pass.
Exactly.
I am looking forward to the hidden gem of the third match show. The Big Boss fan versus me.
Oh yeah, that should be a hidden gem, right? All right.
I can't believe you hate Goldust.
I don't hate Goldust, but there's some matches he has, especially in the Attitude Era, that are very lacking, and this one's with Blue Meanie. So I'm gonna be a little terrified there.
Look at 2019's rating for it. That's 7.
Wow.
I've never seen anything.
Yeah. In 2009, the rating was a 4.
Yeah, look at the difference.
Yeah.
There's people that really love Crash Car, WWE, or WWF rather, or not, don't like it at all. I myself am one with the latter people. I only wacky and zany. But not doing for this. We'll be back next Monday with this gem, and April 22nd, Monday, 1996, Monday Night Wars, and then Friday with our weekly show reviews. So see you then.
See you then.